Oh my god, from 2009? This game is that old? Fucking Christ. Game is forever old? Jesus. Alright, I have to write my name. N-E. That's not it. E. Oh my god. E. Oh, I have to do this with one hand. Hold on. Okay. E. Oh, okay. See, now you acknowledge my E. B. Y. Work of fiction, these articles portray the fiction. Yeah.
There are tales of a box that brings death upon any who dare open it. Tell me, do you think those rumors could be true?
Yes. Action scenes! Terrible action scenes. This is a DS system. It's not going to be high quality, okay, people? Work with what we got.
Hey, look! There it is!
Ooh, shit. Not them saying she's too fat to fit in the train. Put some oil on her. She'll be alright. If only trains were like this.
Just look at this room!
Yes, I can certainly see why some call the 𝕒𝕠𝕔𝕤𝕤 a cruise ship on rails.
This sofa's great!
Now, don't forget, Luke. A gentleman pays attention to his manners. In every setting.
We are the only two people in this room. Who gives a shit if I jump on the bed? I'm like a 10-year-old kid. I'll never get over Opsy's Luke voice. It's so funny every time I hear him now. Luke going to pre-puberty is so fucking hilarious. Oops, sorry. If this was the train I used, this would be so brilliant. I would be not ashamed to go anywhere. Not ashamed, but tired.
Behind the Elysian box anyway. All who open it die, huh? Sounds awfully fishy to me.
Perhaps so, but we've seen it happen with our very own eyes. The answer is out there, Luke, but I just need to find it.
We will. I know it.
Gonna be honest with you, I remember nothing about the opening. That's why I was so quiet. I'm like, I don't remember this happening at all. It's like, I don't remember anything about this game. Holy shit. Oh, wait, hold on. To my dear friend Neby.
There was a box that was rumored to kill anyone who opened it. At first, neither the professor nor I believed it.
Of course.
But all that changed with the arrival of a single letter.
That's usually how the game goes. You always get a letter. A few days earlier.
Luke, have a look here.
I forget there's some voice acting in this game. They got money when they got this game out. I forgot. No wonder when I was playing Curious Village, I was like, why is there no fucking talking?
Oh, what's that, Professor?
It's a letter from my dear friend and mentor, Dr. Andrew Schrader.
I'm so glad that they've been able to say names in this because, as y'all know, I mispronounce English names all the fucking time because Earth names make no fucking sense to me. Ever.
Is everything all right?
My dear Herschel, knowing you, I imagine you've already heard of the relic known as the Elysian box. This strange antique is infamous for killing anyone who opens it.
Cool. Let's open it. Is it Pandora's box? Can I open it? Can I do it? Is it exciting to touch the box? I really feel like I might be able to do so.
Truth be told, I'm a bit dubious of the box's murderous reputation. But you know how I am.
I'm a curious old white man. I must know the depths of it.
Once something piques my interest, I simply must get to the bottom of it.
Oh, okay, so you're a neurodetergent. Gotcha.
That's why I'm pleased as punch to tell you that the elusive item is finally in my possession.
Just like a white man to take it. Just be like, ah, man, yeah, I definitely am curious about this thing that I probably should not touch. So I'm gonna go and go get it. I know my life is at risk right now, but sure. But I must know.
What's more, I believe I'm on the cusp of unraveling a great mystery tied to this box.
Watch the next text be, and then he mysteriously died, and we don't know what happened.
For the moment, let's just say I have a theory, though I haven't been able to prove it yet. Initially, it was my intention to finish my research before daring to open its lid. But I must confess that my curiosity is simply overpowering.
Damn you, white folks, and your curiosity of things you shouldn't touch.
In the unlikely event that anything should happen to me, please finish the work I've started here.
Clearly something did happen to you because we got this letter, and now we're going to finish what he started.
Your friend, 𝕒𝕕𝕤.
According to the postmark, this letter was sent 2 days ago. We should go pay the doctor a visit.
Not 2 days ago.
I just can't shake the feeling that something awful has happened.
Clearly he gave us the letter. That means something awful has indeed happened.
Well, your intuition's usually spot on. I say we head out right away.
Can't you sense the fact that they're in a booth and they are just so low mic'd and they don't really have much equipment, but they're doing their goddamn darnest. The Elysian box is an antique said to bring death upon any who dare to open its lid. According to rumors, the box has already claimed many lives, and it is feared in many parts of the world. Could this strange item truly exist? Oh, well, there goes the voice acting. Luke, before you go, would you be so kind to fetch my car keys? They're in one of the drawers in that desk. Sure thing, Professor. Is there something you wish to inspect, Luke? Simply give it a tap. Almost like we're in a video game. All right, then, hold on. Let's see here. Okay, here. Oh, here they are, Professor. Many thanks, Luke. Now let's get moving. Do you know how to move about, right, Luke? Yeah, I do. Alright, 𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒𝕒. Did you play the game before? Yep, okay, tutorial over. Okay, you know how this goes, everybody. We look around all places to find the keys. Well, not keys, the hint keys. I don't think there's any here. But we're gonna look around to see if maybe there's a puzzle somewhere. I'm not reading the postmarks yet because it's just his room. Oops, that's not what I want. Okay. I know there is one. There has to be. There's. Where art thou, puzzle? Hello? I guess there's nothing here. Okay, well, let's move. That's the way, my boy. One can investigate properly without first doing a little legwork, as they say. I couldn't agree more, Professor. Now, shall we head off? Well, wait, hold on. I want to look at these stuff. Oh, look, he has a top hat on his room. It's beautiful. Okay, is there anything? Nope. Okay, wait, hold on. Any clicking? Nope. I guess hint coins hasn't been established yet, so we can't do that anyway. Moving on. Luke, before we head out, it would be wise of us to confirm the location of the doctor's flat. During the visits some time ago, he was kind enough to leave me a map to his home. The map, you see, is a rather unusual piece of cartography. Cartography? Oh my god, I already can't read this word. It's a weird map, bitch. That's what it is. Look here, Luke. Ah, love it. It's incomplete. Oh, how clever. The map itself is a puzzle. Professor, do you mind if I take a crack at it? I just know I can solve this one. I can't. I'm already confused. All right, y'all know how this goes. Once every puzzle is described or is ranked by how many pickerats it's worth. Typically, puzzles that are worth lowered pickerats, sorry. One of the lower points puzzle things, whatever, is usually easier. Ones that have higher pickerats are usually more difficult. But as y'all know, most of the time, it won't really matter given that I am just that bitch. So we're gonna figure this out. All right, in this map to Dr. Sugar Rider's home, several pieces in the center have been cut out. Restore the map by inserting the missing pieces but the correct spots. Touch the piece with a blah, 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 blah. Okay, yep, got it, cool. And then we have to figure out what the puzzles look like. Alrighty then. This one should be relatively easy. It's just pick the ones that match the roads best. Oh, and then we can't rotate them. Oh, we can move this one. Ooh, nice. Nope. Move this one here for now. I can tell you from the jump, I don't think all of these fit in the map. One has to be, you know, not really used. So we put this one here, and we put this one here, and then we put not that one. I need you to move. Thank you very much. Bam 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 boom ba bam bam boom ba. There we go. If you don't know where that song is from, that song is from the Aristocrats. The Aristocats, actually. And that one. Okay. See, this one was the original one that we had, and it wasn't really important. Ba ra ra boom ba.
Let's see if this works.
There was no way you could lose, honestly. It was as simple as figuring it out. Oh, it's also one of my favorite movies, too. Off we go. Solve first puzzle. Okay, in case you wanted a refresh on what pickerats were, great, awesome. The goal for us is to not lose any pickerats. We're not going to try to fail any puzzle. And if we do fail, guess what we're gonna do? Start the game over and do the save again and just do the game again. Because I refuse to have any less. I want to be the excellent puzzle master. My reputation depends on it. Okay, moving on. Excellent work. With our destination confirmed, we are ready to pay the doctor a visit. Come now. More cutscenes! Ah, it's London. This is how you know this is like bullshit, because London is not this bright. Like, ever. Like, at all. Having flown by it a few times, it's not this bright at all. It's more gloomy. I do believe we found the doctor's building. But which flat is his? That I'm afraid I don't know. Isn't he your friend? Why don't you know where he is? But thinking on it, the letter I received did mention something about this place. Puzzle 2 already! Nice. We're just activating one. So this one's a little bit harder than the first one. Okay, find Dr. Shikarat's window from the details in his letter. In the morning, I often awaken to the sound of music drifting in the nearby flat. Looking out, I spy a flag fluttering gently outside my window, take a single sip of my tea, and turn my attention to the morning sun. Not many flats in London do have a view of the sunrise anymore, you know? Alright, so we have to circle the one that is his apartment, based on the clues that were given to us. So let's see. So he wakes up in the morning with the sound of music. So it's clearly not this one because this is where the music is coming from. So he can hear the music. And then he spies a flag fluttering gently outside the window. So, So there has to be a flag on the window. So that lets us lead to either this one or this one. But he has to see it, so it's definitely not this one. Honestly, based on those clues alone, you could literally pick out the one that's like, you can pick out like which one it's gonna be. So it's gonna definitely be on this side because he can either see the flag from here or see the flag from here. Or possibly see it down here, but it's less likely that it will probably be these two. Based on the next one, right? He has to see the morning sun. So obviously it can't be these two because they're in the dark. And it can't exactly be this one because you can't see the morning sun from this area. So the answer is here.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Now I won't explain all of them
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle
because some of them are really complicated, but I will do my best. Unless I'm mistaken, I think we found the right flat. Now follow, Luke. We're going up. So light it up, 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 light it up, up, up. So light it up, up, up. I'm on fire. Yes, okay, I know how to use the trunk. Okay, I played the game. All right, nice. Ooh, look at that. All the oh, yep, Yep, ooh, wow. Tutorial run. Anyway. Before we start searching through, okay. Clicky clicky on things. Clicky clicky. I guess we're not gonna get to hint coins until they mention about hint coins, which makes me sad. Hey, who are you? Hello, Lemmus. I've never seen you around here before. Want to hear something useful? Oh, this is when he teaches us about hint coins. And now we can do hint coin runs. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. Great. Love that you told me about them. Now move. Are there more? Are there more? Are there more? Give me... There's usually 3. There's another one. Ah ha 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 ha. No, wait! Fuck! Go back! I want my hint coin! A true Layton fan does not leave until they got all the hint coins, usually 3. Okay, now we can progress in the game. Okay, now we're upstairs. Okay. It's a bucket here. Oh, what a ripoff. You're not gonna give me a hint coin in here? Oh no, wait, I lied. There's one. Yeah. Where are the other ones? Hold on. There's the second one. Okay, hold on. Okay. You will not hide from me. I feel like a crack fiend right now. Like, what the fuck is this? Damn it! Andrew, are you home? It's Herschel Layton. Sir, are you there? Doctor! I don't hear anyone in there, Professor. What if he's... There's no time to speculation, Luke. We must get the door open immediately. It seems to be locked from the inside. But without a key, there's no way in. Of course. In my haste, I forgot all about these keys that Doc included in his letter. Oh no, one has a Mickey symbol. It must be a keyblade. Quick, Professor, let me try them on the door. Huh? That's strange. It doesn't look like any of these keys work. Luke, don't you see? Dr. 𝕤𝕠𝕔𝕚𝕤, I keep messing with his name, has set before us yet another puzzle to solve. You know, for a guy who's in peril, right? You certainly are making this absolutely, like, very difficult for me, because why the ever fuck are you leaving puzzles around when your life, again, is in danger? Oh ho ho, he's like, oh ho ho, I know I'm in danger, my life is on the line, but you must do this sneaky little puzzle here, ooh hoo hoo. Anyway, which key opens the door? As you might expect, the key won't open the door if it's in the shape won't let it pass through the keyhole. Users blah, 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 blah. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Ah, okay. Oh, I see. I see.
Here goes. That was almost too easy.
That's really clever. Nice. Oh no, he has fallen.
No, untrue. How could this have happened?
Oh, you know, white man curiosity.
This is terrible, Professor.
Did you check his pulse? He could just be passed out.
Do you suppose the Elysian box did this to Dr. 𝕤𝕠𝕔𝕚 when he tried to open it?
He could just be out on shock.
I honestly don't know, Luke.
Check his pulse.
But that can wait. Right now, we need to notify the police.
Again, his pulse.
Of course, Professor.
What do we have here?
Is it a pulse?
A train ticket for the 𝕒𝕠𝕔𝕚𝕤 Express.
Now, this is strange. Look, there's no destination written on this ticket.
That is weird.
Have you ever seen a train ticket that didn't say where it was taking you?
Of course.
Yes, very strange indeed.
Second mystery. A ticket with no destination. A single ticket with no visible destination was discovered in Dr. 𝕤𝕠𝕔𝕚𝕤's home. It appears to be from the 𝕤𝕠𝕔𝕚𝕤 Express, but where exactly is it supposed to take its owner? Oh, are we now checking his pulse? Oh my god! It's my dude!
Excuse me.
So rude.
Huh? Hey, it's you!
Well, Inspector 𝕤𝕠𝕚𝕤's the name. You two found the body, did you? No, Luke. Let him go. Luke, stop that. That's his face. Listen here, Luke.
If you don't know why Luke did that,
Gosh, his His face doesn't come off. He's the real deal.
If you didn't, okay. If you don't know why Luke did that, you have to remember my first playthrough, and then you'll understand why.
What in the blazes? That's my face, not some piece of taffy.
I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean it. I was sure we had another imposter on our hands.
And Luke was on the jump. Luke is so impulsive.
What in the world is this child talking about?
What do you think Luke's
swear,
zodiac sign
no one
is?
these days have no manners. My apologies for the confusion. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Layton. I'm a professor of archaeology at Gressenheller University.
And I'm also doing a side job as being a detective, leader of the free world. I'm also a stepfather of several children, and I'm just happen to be that dude.
And I'm his apprentice, Luke.
Interesting.
I don't have a last name, and I don't even know where my parents are.
So if I understand correctly, you keep a child around as an apprentice, do you?
I mean, Batman does it, so what makes this illegal?
Not at all, sir. In truth, he's...
Professor Layton's apprentice, like I said.
Well, it's really none of my concern.
You're gonna make it your concern anyway.
I have a crime scene that needs my attention.
You always do.
Will you? But of course. Luke, not a word about that ticket to the authorities, all right?
Ooh, we're keeping secrets and fighting against the law. I agree. Let's go. Fuck him.
You got it, Professor.
Yes. Let's see. What do we have here?
A dead white man who decided to get too curious for his own good.
A murder? Or was the crime self-inflicted?
Yes.
Inspector, I should tell you that the door was locked before Luke and I came in.
We also had a key, but we're not gonna tell you that.
I see. So this door, the sole entry point in and out of this 8th floor flat, was shut tight.
Sure.
Then the doctor was holed up in here, completely apart from the outside world, yes?
This is exactly what it's like to write for newspapers. They literally exaggerate the truth. Well, they exaggerate simple facts for no fucking reason.
That being the case, yes, I'm sure of it. The old gent must have suffered a heart attack.
And what in the gods? Alright.
What? How did you come to that conclusion, sir?
Luke is me.
Use your noodle, laddie. What other explanation could there be?
That he opened a diabolical box that literally was told that if you open it, you will die, and now he's dead.
It's true that the flat is on the 8th floor and that the door was locked, Inspector. Still, I'd hesitate to say that this room was completely closed off from the outside.
Yeah, I mean, the window's open.
Is that so? Please elaborate.
Points to window.
Isn't it obvious? There's something quite unusual about our crime scene that's been overlooked.
Yeah, nobody paid attention to the fucking letter.
Eh? It's as plain as the nose on your face, Inspector. I suppose you academics think your fancy degrees prepare you to play detective, eh?
Don't you, have to learn things to be a fucking detective in school?
I tell you, nowadays, it seems like everybody and their mum thinks they can do my job.
Literally anyone and their mom could do your job. All you need is police training.
Now, as I was saying, the cause of death was heart failure, plain and simple. And there's what caused it.
How do you know? Have you taken him to get an autopsy? How the fuck would you know it was a heart attack? You just looked at him and said heart attack.
It's a scaled-down model of a Kronosaurus, if I'm not mistaken.
Why did we even bring this up? I didn't click anything different.
I reckon that ugly mug will give anyone nightmares. Here's what probably happened. The old fellow turned on a light, took one look at the beast, and then keeled right over.
So he got a heart attack from a decoration that is in his room that he likely put in himself because he forgot the decoration was in his room, and the decoration in his room scared him to death. And you're confirming this, having not done an autopsy, by just looking at the man.
But this is the doctor's own home. Why would the bones he put up himself scare him?
People have a way of becoming forgetful with age. Not that you'd understand, boy.
I've never forgotten the things that are in my space, no matter how old I am. And I'm guaranteed older than everybody clearly in this room.
Well, you're right about that. I don't think I understand it at all.
Mr. Layton, was it? No? Ah, yes, Layton. Mr. Layton, what do you think?
That you're full of shit.
The scenario you paint certainly isn't out of the realm of possibility.
Yes, it is. Don't lie to this man.
But, considering the lights were off when we entered the room, I don't think we've found our answer yet.
Yes, we did. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, really?
I think he's really just letting this guy do whatever he wants.
Look around you, Inspector. Doesn't anything strike you as odd?
Yeah, so many things. Ugh, sorry. It's aggravating me.
What do you mean, Professor?
Study your surroundings, Luke. I'm sure you can see it too.
Ooh, already the fourth puzzle. We're just booming with this shit. All right. Ooh, this one's 30. We're getting higher and higher. With its windows opening out into the thin air, 8 stories up and the door securely bolted, you might think that this room is inaccessible from the outside. However, a single unusual detail reveals the truth of what went on here. Your job is to look around the room by tapping the arrows and find a detail. Once you've got it, circle the area with the stylus and choose submit to give the answer. Okay, well, let's look at the room. So here, okay. Okay. Sorry, this is here. The police is there. Okay. And here, ah, could it be the obvious that he like looked that he was out the window? Actually, it's more. It's not that. It's not just that. So. Alright, so this one is supposed to give you an idea of what the windows are supposed to look like, right? Cool. Now take a look at this window, right? What do you see the difference? This. Boom. So the window here is missing a curtain. Why? Who knows? So we're going to restart it. But this is generally our answer. So if we want to, we could literally do this. But it's only literally just like one section. So it'll just be here.
Here goes. Piece of cake. Of course. This window is missing a curtain.
So it is. But what exactly does this have to do with my crime scene?
Of course. The detective is missing a brain cell.
It means someone exited the building through this window, and I'll bet he's our culprit.
I'd say that's a sound theory. Well done, my boy.
Oh, you know, I learned from the best.
Oh, yes. Sound as a pound. I was just about to propose the same idea myself.
I'm sure you were.
Liar!
Shh, Luke, listen. I don't believe our friend the inspector will be of much help to us.
What was your first clue, Layton?
What say you and I conduct a little investigation of our own?
Why would we say this in front of him? Why not just, you know, wait till he's gone to say it?
Professor, look! There's something in Dr. Schrader's hand.
Ooh, look!
It's
Ha.
an old photograph, but it's been torn into so many pieces, I can't make out the original image.
That's because we have to put it together. Torn fragments of a photograph were found in the late doctor's hand. In its current state, it's impossible to make out the current text of the photo. What could it be depicting? Well, let's put it together when we can.
Idea. You can't just point evidence in a crime scene.
Yes, I can.
Get your hands off that.
No.
What is this anyway?
Nothing.
Not that it matters. I'll be holding on to that. Now out with the both of you.
Found a torn photo, but expected slimy and confiscated it. I mean, that's why you don't mention it. But of course, we're idiots. He's like hell you are. Dr. Schrader indicated that he was in the possession of the Elysian box. Yet there was nothing resembling such an artifact in his home. How would we know? We were in there for like 5 seconds. Do you think the person who did it was after the box? I mean, it's their funeral. An interesting theory. But for the moment, that is all it is. However, it is my belief that we hold a clue to understanding today's events, namely that ticket. The 𝕤𝕤𝕤 Express ticket, right, Professor? Correct, Luke. I believe that the trip aboard the 𝕤𝕤𝕤 Express is in order. No one can convince me that Layton isn't rich by some means, because he just be going out of his way to these places and just be affording life. Like, I know that his teacher salary is not that great, because I don't know a single professor that gets paid that well. He be just going on elaborate ruses just on the whim. Someone managed to steal the illusion box from Dr. Schrader home without leaving behind a single implicating clue. Who could have made off with the box? Because think about it, right? Layton is an archaeologist professor, right? Now, could be me, but like, as a professor, doesn't that mean you have to teach a class? I've never, in any of the games that I've ever seen him play, actually sit down, teach a class. Like, he's never, like, was like, oh yeah, okay, everyone, blah, 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 let's blah, 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 right? He's never done that. I've never seen this man start the game, teaching a class, and then just like go about these big on adventures. So, I don't know. Could be me. He's got that Indiana Jones salary, apparently. And unlike Indiana Jones, he doesn't just, you know, disrespect his, like, apprentices or youth around him. If you want to look into that, I implore you to. You're going to be upset when you find that out, but do it anyway. Anyway, do you suspect we'll find the key to unlocking this mystery on the train? Dr. Schrader did the best to point us towards the 𝕤𝕤𝕤 Express should something happen to him. Sure as fog on a London morning, I know the train will lead us to the answers we seek. More cutscenes!
Professor Layton and Luke sped away from the city, unaware of the secrets that awaited them down those iron tracks.
Save your process? Of course. First chapter. The legendary military express. Gosh, just look at this place, Professor. It's so posh. I feel like I should be wearing a monocle. Quite so, Luke. Every decoration and detail in this room is more delicate than the last. I'd wager the rest of the train's just as grand. How would you like to go exploring for a bit? Oh, of course! Let's rob the train blind. Okay. Check these things. Ha! 1 coin. 2 coin. Okay. No! Fuck. Look at that, Luke. Your bag is wide open, and your belongings are scattered everywhere. Oops. I guess they are. You should put your things away before we walk around the train. This is a puzzle. Number 5 is putting shit away like Tetris. Boy. Luke's belongings are all over the place and need to be packed away in his trunk. Use your side to do this. Okay. So, this is a pack away shit game. Okay, I love Tetris. Yes, I do. I love Tetris. How about you? Good thing I like to organize shit. Oh, there's stuff down here. Oh, okay. Ba 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 boom ba ba da ba boom ba. All right, I think that's about it.
Let's see if this works.
I very much do not like Tetris, so more power to you. This one was more easier than regular Tetris, as they're not falling down and there's no like Russian music playing. And you're not being pressured to hurry the fuck up. Oh my god, do I remember the Tetris music? Hold on. Do 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 do. There it is. Okay. Well, it was a tight squeeze, but everything's finally packed away. Bit of a planning will prevent this type of scrambling in the future. Well, I didn't know that we were going to go on this gigantic excursion, like, immediately. Well, oh, excuse me, Layton. I would have definitely only packed but 2 pairs of underwear, 4 shirts, and maybe another pair of shoes. Come on, Professor. Let's look around some more. Not that it's gonna matter. They're literally gonna wear the same shit every day. Okay, come on. There's my 3rd coin. Yes! Fuck yes! There's another coin. Okay, I don't think there's any more, though. But we can check. Robbing this train blind. Remember, Luke, we're here to find the Elysian box, so don't get sidetracked. You don't have to tell me twice. Now, why don't we start our search by investigating the train? I mean, thanks for telling me. Ooh, a woman! She looks fucking creepy as fuck. Let's check the lights. Haha, I knew it would be on the lights. The door? Is it on the floor? Is it on the side? Oops, I did not mean...
Yes, I suppose these accommodations will do. I do hope my darling boy will be pleased.
Uh-huh.
That reminds me, I believe it's dinner time for my sweet baby. I'm off to visit the dining car.
Okay. Gosh, that lady just seemed the type I expect to see on the Military Express. Talk about rich and fancy. Quite. This train is full of many well-heeled patrons, just like that woman we just met. We just have to watch our deeds and words here. A formal setting demands formal manners, wouldn't you say? Ayo, bitch, where you heading? I am awful, and I don't know why anyone tolerates me. So, for anyone who does, you are a blessing in disguise, because I'm annoyed. I'm that friend. They're like, okay, we're gonna be respectable, kind, and I was just that person. I mean, absolutely, Professor. There's a reason why Opsy has to like shake his head and is like, dear God, why do I know this person? I make him suffer greatly. Anyway, let's go backwards. Because I wanted to see that girl with this weird face. This does not do her justice. I only got 2 hit coins and I refuse to get in. Are you in my way of my hit coins? I hear the room in this front of the car are so super duper fancy that the doorknobs are made of gold. But no one's allowed there except for really rich people. So, misters, are you really rich? Girl, please. I work on a teacher's salary. I'm barely getting by. I'm eating shoes. If, you know, I wasn't Layton in that. Dude, I am just that dude. Because if you are, you can go see the super duper fancy rooms. Super duper fancy rooms, eh? That's none but the extremely wealthy can be. If young friend is correctly informed, there must be a set of deluxe cars in the deluxe rooms in the next car. Wow, I'm sure they look. I would like to see those. I bet they're utterly fascinating. Well, fantastic. They're not. Look how they're just the same. Look how average everything looks. There's my next coin. There's my coin in here. Give me my shit. Give me my shit. Oh, there's an open door! Let's go check the open door. Hello! Just look at that craftsmanship on this picture, Luke. I'm almost certain it was hand blown. Who knew something like that, as ordinary as a picture, could be so fancy? Did you know that one way to make glass is to wait for lightning to strike wood in the sand, and then sometimes that can lead to glass? Because some science thing and more science thing. I don't remember all the science, but there's a lot of science involved in that. And yeah. There's a lot of science behind why that happens. But the best way that I figured that out was this lovely movie called Sweet Home Alabama. Speaking of beverages, or in this case, deadly beverages, have I got a puzzle for you. Puzzle time! How is this 23? I was just on fucking 5. As you remember, Layton Games puzzles do not go in order sometimes. Depending on where you find them is depending on how you get them. Now, does that make things any harder for me? Hell no. But, you know, we figure it out. Oi, 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 oi. Okay. Let's see. 2 men known here as 1 and 2 are playing a strange game. First, both men put their empty pitchers on the table. Next, a judge brings a pitcher filled with a purple poison and places it in either spot A or spot B. The judge then starts shifting the poison from one pitcher to another adjacent pitcher over and over. After moving the liquids 55 times, that's such a specific number, the owner of the poison-filled pitcher must drink its contents. If you were the judge and secretly wanted one to win, where would you place the poison-filled? Would you place the poison-filled pitcher down in spot A or B? Let's see. It's passed around back and forth. So, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. It's lead to like if you want to count them back and forth. There's that way. You can do it that way. You can literally just like do like how many is gonna be in here. So it's like If I wanted to switch it back and forth, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. That's one way to do it, right? But another way to do it is like you have to figure out what would be the difference between 1 and 2 after you went back and forth 55 times, right? So here's the thing, right? Because it's gonna be poured into each one, right? But there'll still be poison in this picture, in this thing. So it would be boom, 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 right? So a lot of just like, okay, boom, 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 right? So it's done in an odd number because 55 is an odd number. You have to think about how much poison would be in typically each jug. If you're lost, I am still trying to find a way to like figure this out. Okay, instead of thinking about it being 55, right? If you wanted to try to do this, if you couldn't do this mentally, like in your head, try to think about this. If you actually want to do this with glasses, that's fine. You can get like a few water glasses and do this. But instead of doing like 55 times, try doing it like 5 and then see what will be different about each of the pictures, right? If you're still confused, I'll explain it this way, right? So all right, so it's an odd number, right? So it'd be different if it was an even number. But if it's like, I'll try to explain it this way, right? So you go 1, then there'll be like 2, and now each one has 2. And then there's like 3, and then there's 4. Now each one has 4. Either way, I'm going to show you what the answer is. So you would want it to be here.
Just leave it to me. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Okay, see how that would work out? It would always be like here, here. All the odd numbers will end up being here. So, but it's gonna explain down below, and I'm reading it to you. The liquid changes pictures 55 times, which is an odd number, of course. Regardless of where you set down your picture, whichever picture sits down in the middle of the 3 will always contain the poison. After an odd number, of course. Da 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 da. Because this is here. Okay. Therefore, in order for one to win, the poison-filled pitcher must go in spot B because doing so will put pitcher 2's pitcher in the middle, thus guaranteeing the poison ends up in his pitcher. So the idea was trying to fill the pitcher with the most poison because you want to eventually die or just lose. So one wouldn't get as much poison, but it would still really have it in a way. They explain it kind of weird, but if you think about it, like, let's say if you explain the picture, like every odd number, it would end up pouring out the poison. So then you would want between 3 pictures, it would be like boom, 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 boom. If you did 3 glasses, boom, 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 where the poison would end up. The poison would end up in the second picture after each like odd pour. I don't know if that still doesn't make sense because it's trying to explain it to you. So if I go here, be 1, still be poured here. If I go here, 2, 2, 3, 3, you get it? Okay. There's gonna be a lot of those where I have to sit there and try to explain it. Okie dokie. Oh, that one's in a weird spot. I have to move that. That's in a weird spot. Hold on. Trigger should not be down here. It should be like here. I don't know why that moved. Okay. It's in a weird spot. Okay. More exploring of the plane with train. We're outside. How are there no coins in the couch? Coins on the floor. Hey. Coins on the board. Hey. Okay. Let's get out of here. I don't think there's anything in here. But that's weird that it's open. Why is it open? Hello? Hello? It is too obvious. You're right. We need to think about it a different way. God damn it! I'm gonna go back. Maybe I missed something. Did I miss anything? Hold on. Was there anything in our room? Nope. Ah, I knew I missed one. Ew, Professor, the sugar's covered with ants. Oh dear, I have to remember to get the sugar from the tea elsewhere. Curious though, isn't it? How did they get there? Perhaps this puzzle will shed some light on things. Every time there's a puzzle, I just want it to be highlighted in like orange or something, or like the color of his hat, just to emphasize once again my point from a previous video that everything in Layton Land is a puzzle. Puzzle 17. Okay. I guess. Oh, great. It's a maze. Busy ants worked tirelessly carrying food back to their nest. One day, one such ant was returning with food when he bumped into an acquaintance in front of the nest. Whoa there, doofus! Don't you know that you took the longest path possible to the nest? Think about where you're going, man! Knowing the ant will never travel the same area twice, can you trace the path that he will walk to get to his nest? Fun! Okay, so this one's a maze kind of like, but you can't go backwards kind of maze, so it's very much a trial and error kind of bullshit. So here we go. So let's see if I went this way. And down do I could have went that way. Yeah, is that not going same direction twice? I feel like that. No, I still did something wrong. Fuck. Okay, hold on. No. There we go.
Here goes. That was almost too easy.
So far, so good. Yeah, because I couldn't go this way because that's going the same direction twice. Okay, that made sense. There are many ways you could have went, but like you could have went done. You could have just like went you could have just went straight to there, but it would be, you have to follow the rules of not going to the same area twice. While I'm not a fan of ants and sugar, you have to admire their craftsmanship and their work ethic. No one works harder than bees. Bees, ants, and those little insects work very hard. But they've been working hard because even the sugar on Military Express is extra fancy. Perhaps. I must admit it's a compelling motivation. I kind of like the puzzle index introduction to Layton games because it's like, oh, if you play this game but you want to, like, I don't know, share it with your friend or something and they don't want to play the whole game, you don't want them to mess up the game, but you want them to try out the puzzle, you could just go to the puzzle index, boom, like so, blah, 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 blah. Well, let's open a journal. Okay. And you could literally just, like, have them solve the puzzles for you. Like, they can do the puzzle themselves without having any context to the game or messing up the game at all. I like that. I actually do like that about Professor Layton games. Now, before we continue our investigation, I do have to use the little alien's room, so I will be back in a flash. I wonder if it'll... Alrighty. So... we checked those parts of the train. Okay, so... I don't think we have to be in here anymore. I don't think we can be in here anymore. So let's go in here. It's just weird to me that this is open, like... I guess there's nothing in here, but it's so strange to me. Okay, let's try going here. Oh, this is the dining car! There's a lot of people in here. I don't want to go in here just yet. I want to make sure there's nothing else in here that I'm exploring. Oh shit! I didn't know if we talked to her again you get a puzzle. Well, that's fucking hilarious. I'm going to my grandmother's. Where are you two going? To solve a, like, a crime, a murder maybe. I mean, we're actually out looking for something, dear. Sadly, we don't know where it is. Until we find a clue to point us in the right direction, we'll simply have to continue looking. Oh, that sounds like a lot of work. Here, I'll tell you a puzzle to take your mind off of that stuff, because I clearly don't care what you're doing. Ooh, this one's a cheap one. Okay, after trying to fold a piece of paper in half, you notice that one side of the folded strip is 1 inch longer than the other. Determined to get it right, you fold the strip again, only to discover that now the other end of the folded strip is 1 inch longer than the other. Now that you've made 2 folds along your strip, figure out what distance between the 2 folds is expressed in the 1/10 of an inch. How am I supposed to remember that? Math. Okay. 1 inch longer than the other side. The other inch is another inch longer than the other side, and I have to think about it in 1/10 of an inch. Okay. So this is a memo pad. Memo pads are used for whenever you're trying to figure out a problem with math and you don't want to, you know, fuck anything up. Okay, so... Tens of an inch. Tens of an inch. 10 of an inch. if I convert that, that's... tenths of an inch. Ah, okay. So that's if 1 centimeter is in an inch is it's a couple inches. So don't ignore my writing. I'm writing with a stylus, which is fucking difficult. So this is it's 10 millimeters because hold on, I have to make sure I'm doing this correctly. So that to if we break that down simply is which is this is connected to this. So if I do this since it's here. But now what's wrong? But it is 1 centimeter. Ten millimeters will equal to about an inch. So we do this here. So that will be so that would be here. Ah, okay. So this is just okay.
This should do the trick. And there we have
I'm really bad at math, but but I have to really think about this one. The distance between each fold is 1 inch or 10/10 of an inch. If you're having trouble visualizing this, picture the matchbox shown above as the height of 1 inch. Okay. Imagine that the same area where one side of the box connects to the top and bottom of the folds in the strip. You can see that expresses length in both folds can be represented by the other side. Yeah, sure, Layton. I'm always gonna have problems with the math one, so just prepare for me to just be like, who the fuck? I'll be fine, whatever it is you're looking for, misters. She's so sweet. Anyway, moving on. Okay, moving on here. Actually, is that the only thing we can do backwards? Can we do something else backwards? Can we go backwards? Oh, the deluxe rooms are behind us. I bet the deluxe rooms make our room look like a freight car. Hold it right there, man. Assembly Thunder says entrance to that car is for VIP only, capiche? Now I know you like to sneak a peek, but the whole car is booked, so that's a no-go. I bet that kind of person who can rent out the whole car must be some kind of super tycoon. Indeed, I wonder what it must be like to have such much room to yourself on a train of this caliber. Well, for now, I suppose we'll just have to keep wondering, eh, Professor? Not him being like, well, I guess. Oh, me broke out here. You understand. Alright. Let's go. Further. So we went into these rooms, nothing happened. Now we're in a dining car. And let's see if anyone has left me any money. I didn't want to go that way. Oh, it's a health code violation to wear those dirty clothes, you know. Is it a health code violation to wear dirty clothes in the kitchen? Or just regular clothes in the kitchen? I'll have you know that there's nothing at all dirty about our clothes, sir. Say what you will, short stack, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm running a kitchen here. Could you stop to think about what could happen if your icky outside germs made it here? Because of you? 1 second? Sorry about that. Dirty, yes. Basic clothes need depends on your kitchen. Again, how would he know that these clothes were dirty? I see your point. Terribly sorry for the intrusion in any way we may have caused you, good sir. Oh, all right. I'm sorry too, sir. Wait, what's that? Fat hamster! Oh, so chubby! Professor, look here. Looks like our friend the cook has been keeping a pet in the kitchen. And to think he was lecturing us about germs. Woo, boy, I guess the cat's out of the bag now. Or the hamster, I should say. Believe it. Believe me, I know. It's not okay to keep a pet in the kitchen. But, well, like, he's my only friend, see? Furry or not, he's the only rodent I've got to talk to in here. My, he certainly is, generously proportioned, isn't he? Now that's a super health code violation, I figured. You said he's a hamster, yes? That's right, a hamster to the noblest member of the animal kingdom. See, when I first started working here, I needed someone to keep me company, so I brought him. Thing is, I feed him all the table scraps we take back, which makes for her diet that bit rich. He really put on some pounds, and if he doesn't get into shape, it could be really bad for his health. You could get him a wheel. You know, the things they usually run on. The poor little guy. That's why I want to ask you for something, boy. Would you mind holding onto my friend for a little while? When he's here with me, I can't help but feed him. Damn, you got a feeding kink over there? But those scraps of pastries and pasta add up. So you're saying you want us to hold on to him and help him shape up? Sounds like a great idea to me. I mean, what do you think, Professor? Can we please keep him for a little while? Well, I do believe that helping those in need, rodent or not, is the duty of every true gentleman. We'd be happy to take custody of this hamster for the time being. Oh, thank you very much. No problem. Have a good time. We're doing whatever. Hearing that really is a load off of my shoulders. I'll leave a minigame. Yeah, access the minigame by typing in the tracks. Oh, one more thing. Since we won't be seeing each other for a while, please give him this apple, will you? He loves them so. Oh, I gotta miss my little guy. Please take good care of him. Don't worry, he's in good hands. What should we name the hamster? Of course, this is easy. These shadows look very disturbing. Like, his mouth is in a very weird place, and it's very disturbing. As always, we always name our pets the same thing after we name everything else. So, O, L, L, I, hold on, erase, I, E. Luke has named his new hamster friend Ollie. Okay, little guy, from now on, anywhere I go, you go too. Squeak. Sweet squeak. Well, it appears that special talent with your animals has earned you a new friend, Luke. He looks so tired. Like, please stop feeding me. I want to die. I think so too, Professor. All right. I'm gonna just check your kitchen out here and no, I don't want to talk to you. I'm trying to rob your kitchen. There we go. Stop. Is there any more? Yeah, let's open a piece of bread here. And here is another one. Yeah, okay. Me and most of this game. Click, 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 click. Hmm. Click, 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 click. No, I don't want to talk to you again. I think that's it, but before we go, let's check out the minigame real quick. Oh, this is like you make him run and then he like gets in shape from all the mazes that you place in front of him. So if I put this... I wonder if we can get him to walk here.
Got any snacks around here? Don't hold out on me.
Oh, okay. Okay, you didn't see it. Maybe if we see it. Okay, okay. Let's try this way.
Oh, come on. I'm tired.
There it is. Come on. Okay, no? Okay. All right. I just want to see how the game works. Okay. Okay, okay. So, let's try these 3 steps. How about that? Can you do that?
Got any snacks around here? Don't hold out on me.
There it is. Good job. You did it. Well, 3 steps are better than none. So, at least I get how this works. Okay, cool. So we have to get more items so that Ollie can actually work his big foot butt. Alright, I don't think there's any more in here. Alright, let's check around. Try not to click on anything too obvious. I clicked something too obvious. Is there anything in here? No? Okay. Boxes maybe? Oh, okay. Like touching the tables. Juice. I touched the man. How did that? Okay. Professor, why don't we get something to eat? My stomach is grumbling something fierce. I guess. Okay. She just looks so happy to be alive. Alrighty. Talk to the waiter. I'm dreadfully sorry, sir, but I'm afraid that all the seats in our fine establishment are taken right now. What a pity. Indeed it is, sir. But while you wait for the table, may I interest you in the puzzle? Maybe that can fill you. Puzzle number 7. Okay. This is like 20. 4 couples sit elbow to elbow in a crowded dining car. All the diners are sitting next to or across from their partners. The Joneses are sitting by the aisle. The mustachioned Mr. O'Connor sits beside his wife, and Mr. Lambert, if I had you, sits across from his wife. Using the information above, can you determine where Miss Hadley is sitting? Circle one, circle her, and touch submit. Okay, Miss Hadley is not related to any of these people. Okay. So who has a mustache? So this has to be, hold on. This right here has to be Connor. Let's see. Okay, so that must make this one his wife, so that's not her. Unless they're married but don't share the same last name. So, but I don't think so. Doesn't seem to be the case in this case. All right, so our Joneses are sitting by the aisle, so this is the aisle. So this is clearly not the Joneses. These two must be the Joneses, is what I'm assuming. So just gigantic J. So Mr. Lambert sits across from his wife. Across would mean this one. So this one must be Mr. Lambert because he's the only one sitting across from a woman, and these two are women sitting here. So that would make Mr. Lambert here, thus making his wife here. Thus, this is her. Okay, got it. So it's E. Oh, well. Oh yeah, whatever. If I had you.
And now to test my theory.
Yay! I did it again.
And there we have it.
That's right. Since the mustache and Mr. O'Connor is sitting beside his wife, both couples are on the left, must be sitting beside their spouses. Since Mr. Lambert is sitting across from his wife, he must be sitting at the right table. The Joneses are sitting next to the aisle, so they must be C and G. While with everyone else identified, you only have to have the Haleys to deal with. They are represented by E and F, these two. If I had you. That's exactly right, sir. There's nothing with the appetite like a hearty puzzle. Oh, it appears the table just opened up. Allow me a moment to tidy it up, and then I'll be happy to escort you to your seats. Oh, great, I'm starving. Oh, good. Our table is finally ready. We'll be taking our seats then. Madam, please wait a moment. You see, these passengers have been on much longer than... Since you will not hear another word of this, you take these people before us. We are insulted. I do apologize, madam. It's simply that these gentlemen arrived before you. Oh, we will not be kept waiting. Do you understand? Not a single second. Now, out of our way. Madam. Oh, a Karen is in my midst. I love it here. Talk about pushy. I do apologize, sirs. There's a lovely observation deck on the last car of the train. May I suggest that you spend a few moments there while we prepare a new table for you? No need to apologize, my good man. Your job is not an easy one. We'll go to the deck and return to bed. Because Miss Prissy Pants over there seems to just not understand that people come before her. These stupid. Oh, whatever. So now we're off to the observation deck. I think let's do this door. Ooh, hello. First, if you could just gotta be it's here. Looks like no one's here right now. Let's check back later. Is there any coins? Current dying cost 6, so hold on for a second. You bastard, bitch. Oh well. Welcome aboard, sir. May I invest you in a refreshing beverage or a scrumptious snack? Thank you, but I don't think we need any snacks right now. Of course you don't. And I put my best smell for nothing. Since we got this ritzy dining car on board, most people get their chow there. With the competition like that, it's hard to sell even a cup of tea. I'm so bored. I've got a while my shift ends, so please pass the time with this puzzle, would you? Everyone just like has a puzzle on hand because like that's just how Professor Layton works. All right, who do we have? Let's see here. Ooh, 15 points, not bad. Now here's a tasty puzzle for you. Your task is to take the biggest stack of pancakes on the left plate and move them to the plate on the far right. In doing so, however, you need to follow these rules. You can only move one pancake at a time. A pancake can never rest on another pancake smaller than itself. Feel free to shift things around as much as you like. Oh, okay, so it's that kind of game here. Alrighty then, let's see here. How do I go about this? Okay, so it's one pancake at a time. Okay, so it's that kind of a game. Oh, okay, it's like moving. Okay, let's see. Hey, don't lock yourself off yet. It's only better when you feel left out and looked down on. Just try your best. Try everything you can. Everybody but the thing. Gonna say it just takes some time in the middle of the night. Everything will be just fine.
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Hey, I did it exactly in 7 moves. Wow, check out the brain on you, kiddo. So like, listen, our next stop is like this dinky little 2-cow village called Dropstone, right? There's like nothing there. I'm sure wish we could just stop somewhere more exciting for a change. But I guess that's working a job for you. Sometimes you just have to deal with the crippling boredom. Alright, well, here we are. Can we go in that room? Why not go into the room when no one is there? Okay, I guess we have to come back when someone is there. Oh, look, another open door. Okay. Man, this game is just cheap on points. Oh, it's the witch! Oh my god, it's the witch! I love her. Okay, so she's in this house too. Professor, doesn't that little shack over there seem familiar to you? Indeed. Unless I'm mistaken, it must be the resident of you-know-who. I have a feeling she'll be a big help to us again. So for anyone who doesn't know who that lady is, there's a witch in this game, in which her job is that whenever you miss a puzzle, let's say you go to an area and you're trying to get past, I don't know, anything, right? So you go to her house, and what you do is any puzzle that you miss from like advancing in the game or just so happen not to talk to everybody, she will have the puzzle and she will let you solve it, and you would still get the same pickerats. You'd still get all of you still get everything, but I guess you just don't get to have that conversation with the people. So the puzzle still counts and whatnot. My, what a lovely deck. Oh, this is the best. The breeze feels great. Indeed, and the scenery is simply breathtaking. Look, Luke, you can even see a lake over there. The sky is so blue, and just look at those trees fly by. Now that's what I call a view. It is quite amazing, Luke. Goodness, all this talk of pristine scenery has reminded me of a puzzle because nothing else is on my brain. Won't you try it? Professor, I think you have a puzzle problem. Anyway, the forest below contains 4 different types of trees. Use your stylus to draw the divider in the forest so that you can form 4 different sections. Each section should contain 1 of each type of tree, and all the trees must be connected either horizontally or vertically, but not diagonally. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So it's a pine, whatever these motherfuckers are, a fruit tree and a bear tree. So this is like that's 1 pair. Oops. Boom. That's another pair. That's another pair. No, wait, hold on. 1 second. I'll be right back, guys. Gotta go pick up my food. So 1 second. Sorry about the constant back and forth. Funny enough, I was gonna hydrate. I just needed to go get the stuff that I want. Alright, so I was almost done solving this puzzle. I just messed up. Alright. Stay woke. Oh, Nick. There it is. I think I did that. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm smart.
Here goes. That was almost too easy.
Perfect run going so swimmingly. Yeah, I'm happy that it's going pretty good. Pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I really am. I think these are the easier ones. I feel like Curious Village had like harder puzzles. But given that I guess they didn't think the game was gonna get pushed, they probably put like a lot of hard ones in there. But I'm sure it's also because I'm in the beginning of the game. I say that, but I remember Curious Village having some tough puzzles in the beginning, but could be me. Huh. Did you expect anything less, Professor? Yes, I did, because you're 10. Well, it feels so nice out here. I almost forgot that we're supposed to be searching for the Elysian box. I can't say I blame you, Luke. But that box led to the doctor's death. He's not dead. come what may, I will solve this mystery. Of course. I think we finally have a good grasp of the train's layout. It's high time we began a proper investigation now. Were we not doing a proper investigation before? Were we just loggy-gagging? Okay, Professor, let's get to it. Can we eat first? Ooh, what's this? First, let's just check this train back. Anything on these chairs at all? Nope, nope, okay. This game is so devoid of coins. Anyway. Hello there. Look at that! Someone's left rubbish on this deck here. Can you believe some people have the worst manners? Listen here, Luke. A true gentleman cleans up after himself, and others should the need arise. I mean, good thing I'm not a gentleman because I'm not cleaning after nobody else's stuff. What say we take care of this mess? God damn it. Oh, bother. Ugh. Oh, this is like trying to move things around and we have to do this properly. Okay, so it's gonna be a lot of like, I mentioned this was gonna be easy and then I just do something like this. Ah! Okay, so this doesn't seem like it's gonna be easy. Okay, let's do this one step at a time. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm trying to figure out where to move the rest of it. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna move now. Hold on. Hmm. I'm assuming I do that. Hmm. Hmm. We got part of it in there. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Oh, and then I just got it.
This should do the trick. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
That was not that hard. Just a lot of looking at it. 29? I did it at 30. What move was I not supposed to do? Oh, whatever. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Sorry. I was like taking both a snack break and a drink break. Gotta make sure I'm hydrated and well fed so that I can continue playing this game for everybody. Ah, found a hit one. Is there another one here? Damn it. Nope. Well, I guess we're done here. There's something else in here. Who the hell are you?
There's nothing like travel by rail to put a spring in your step.
I couldn't agree more. And there's no better way to do it than on a train as fine as yours, Mr. Beluga.
Oh, he owns the train. Okay.
So you know my name, do you?
But of course, this train and its owner have quite a reputation in London.
Doesn't earn her shit.
I've seen your face in the papers more than a few times.
Under some scandals nonetheless.
Oh, is that so now? I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't say I know you as well as you seem to know me.
Obviously not.
The name is Layton. I'm a professor of archaeology by trade, but a train enthusiast on the side.
That's right, he does light trains.
I've heard tales of this train's grandeur, so I decided it was time to experience it firsthand.
This is a lie, he really doesn't. Like, he likes everything, but like, he's really selling it up here.
Well, isn't that something? It certainly is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Layton, was it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna cause havoc on your train.
Oh my, just look at how late it's gotten. I really have to run. Do enjoy your time aboard.
Well, now that he, like, the train conductor, well, the train owner probably will be like him a bit. Leave him alone a bit. Don't think he's a bad person. Seen him a bit myself. Alright. Okay, let's see. What was in this cart? No, that was not it. I think we can go back. I think we should have a table now. Why don't we head back to the dining cart? Okay, cool, because I worked up an appetite. Oh, you're hungry? That's very rare. He rarely is hungry. Bye! Welcome back, sir. It's my deepest apology for the long wait with you. Let me show you to your seats. It's finally time to eat. My sentiments, exactly. Wow, look at all these choices. It's enough to make my head spin. Oh, look over there. There's some sort of commotion going on. You call this cuisine? I call it slop. You're saying we're actually serving this to our customers? I'll make it right away, sir. Get the mess out of my sight this instant. But of course, I'm very sorry to have displeased you, sir. And another thing, look at these vases in that picture. Utterly tacky. Replace them immediately. But sir, that piece is a quintessential work by the world-renowned. I don't care if it's the Queen of England who painted it. Replace it and be quick about it. Yes, sir, of course. I'll start making the arrangements at once. He's not the same man we saw earlier. I didn't think he'd ever seen anyone so bossy. And loud. That would be Mr. Beluga. I mean, that's the name. It's too bad that pictures wasn't his taste. I think it was marvelous. Ah, speaking of pictures, I have a puzzle for you. Man is addicted. 15, not that bad. The drawing below is made up of curved lines that intersect to create sections. If you want to color the entire canvas so that no section touches on the side of a section with the same color, what are the fewest numbers of colors you can use? You can use the color as many times as you want, as long as it doesn't touch any other with the same color. Okay, here. This is a matter of how many spaces I have. 1, 2. Doom. What's the question? What is the fewest numbers of colors you can use? Fewest numbers? As long as they don't touch each other. Fewest numbers? Okay, this one's easy.
Here goes.
Like, you can use two, but you have to still, like, think about it. Because, like, I'll show you. Right, so you have to think about this corner. Because this corner was like, even if I were to do it in a different way, you would still bump into this corner right here. It's an odd number amount of spaces. Swiftly solved, Luke. After a puzzle like that, a lovely meal, I could use a break. Let's head back to our room. Hey, Atlas. Hello. Goodbye, Atlas. Hello, Atlas. Goodbye, Atlas. Yep. Great. Ooh. Puzzle center. Ready? I had no puzzle sent to her because I'm great. Time to go back to our room. Well, because you put yourself on lurk, so I thought you left. Oh, we ate. That was nice. Is there anything else? Ooh, I should do a puzzle here. No doubt about it, the 𝕤𝕤𝕤 expresses the last word in luxury. Even the crystal here is first rate. I'll say, look at that glass. Yes, it's etching and it's quite impressive. Ooh, and speaking of glasses, have you heard this one, Luke? Nothing goes against this man, ever. Do. Oh, it's an easy one. The owner of the 4-star restaurant. Yay! Somebody understands my title. The owner of a 4-star restaurant assigns a young waiter the task of stacking glasses in a decorative way. Eager to please, the young waiter immediately draws 5 separate designs and shows them to the owner. The owner takes one glance at the designs and, with a look of irritation, turns to the boy and cries, "These designs are preposterous! What are you thinking?" What are the 5 designs that the owner is talking about? I don't think he means they're ugly. But I think he thinks, like, how can he do this in real life? I guess. So which ones would be hard to do in real life? Like, you can do this one if you're, like, patient enough and have the will of a goddess on your side. Oh, I see. It's obvious now. I don't know how I didn't realize it before.
Let's see if this works. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
See, because there's no way for that to happen, because just like the glasses up here were stacked just like this, it would be stacked differently. This wouldn't be the design choice. It wouldn't look like that, basically. Okay, we'll toss to this one. Thank you for your patronage, sirs. I hope Urkel's reading was to your liking. Oh yes, both the variety and execution was excellent. Your honor, sir. Professional surfers such as myself live for words like these. As a fan of your diverse menus, perhaps you might also enjoy maybe a puzzle. Ooh, we got number 8. Nice. We're just booming out here, babies. Now look, are you sure you really want to eat all that? You put on quite an order there. No sweat, Professor. I'll clean my plate but still have room for more. So one of the professors concerned as Luke ordered cost twice what the professors did. Below you can see all the items Luke and Professor Layton ordered, as well as the price of each item. Touch the price for each item that are part of Luke's order. Oh my god. Luke is like, I'm hungry. I mean, they don't really eat a lot in this game, so it makes sense. Plus, he's a growing boy. So I'm assuming one order is Layton's and another order is Luke's. So this one's Layton's, this one's Luke's. This one's Layton's. This one's Layton's. So I'm assuming this one is Layton's. Leaving the rest to be his. Because I'm assuming Layton has a very balanced meal. And this seems like a lot. So. So I'm assuming it's this one, this one, this one, and this one. Because these seem like something Layton would get that'd be like, oh, okay, you know, no big deal. Kind of like lighthearted. So I'm not assuming that Layton's going to eat a lot, so.
Consider this puzzle solved.
My perfect streak is just on demand, baby. I'm so good. Damn, boy was hungry. He's like, oh, let me have this, and then we have this, and then we have this, and then we have this. Are you sure you didn't order too much? No, the steak's great, and the steak is great too. Oh, then eat up, I suppose. Goodness, you possess quite the intelligence to solve a puzzle like that so easily. Now, as we have some time until the next destination, I invite you to sit back and enjoy the ride. Okay, is there any more puzzles in here before I absolutely leave? Oh wait, maybe we can check the But I want to check on the kitchen guy. I want to check on him. But I want to... Oh, we go this way. Okay, let's make sure he's okay. Phew, that was bad. Even for Mr. Beluga. You mean he always blows up at you like that? It's a terrible puns and Fire's not here. Well, you know, me and or someone else on the staff, the boss can be real hard to please. That's awful. You guys shouldn't have to put up with him bullying you like that. Well, the boss does have a point. After all, he made this railway what it is. He always says that the first-class train deserves first-class atmosphere. Heck, even the plates we use in the dining car are special order. The workmanship is amazing. Check out the details on the back. Ooh, puzzle 13. I wonder what this one is. The plate in front of you bears a mark made of two nesting equilateral, which I haven't read since Earth School. Oh my god, I literally just said it just to fumble the bag. What the fuck? OMG. Equilateral. There we go. Triangles. Can you puzzle? Can you puzzle how many times bigger the larger triangle is when compared to the smaller one? English is my very descriptive language. I'm very good at it. Okay, so this one's 15, which means it's not exactly hard, but it's kind of tricky. But not like super tricky. Okay. I need to know how much bigger this one is compared to the other ones. Okay, well... Huh. This one doesn't seem like it's a math one. This one seems more so like a size one. And by size, I mean this one looks like if you visualize it, then maybe... Here we are. Let's see here. So we have... But if I did this... Gone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay.
Let's see if this works. Piece of cake.
Ooh. Triangles usually tell you how much bigger another triangle is based on, you know, how many triangles can fit. Ooh, I'm so good! This is why I love these games. Like, this is my absolute speed. I'm about to be like lightning queen of this bitch. I am speed. Gosh, you really got an eye for this kind of thing. What exactly do you think Mr. 𝕒𝕠𝕦𝕒 doesn't like about these plates? You got me there. I guess rich people are just fickle. Okay, I think we can now leave. Now what do we have here? My boy, my sweet little boy, you've got to do something right this instant. Search the entire train. Madam, please calm down so I can understand the situation. Oh, Inspector 𝕤𝕤𝕤𝕤, I had no idea you were on board. Well, if it isn't Mr. Layton, what are the chances, eh? Well, enough small talk. I have other matters to attend to, namely a missing boy. It seems this woman's child has gone off to somewhere. I don't suppose you've seen him around. No, I don't believe I've seen any young boys. My little boy wandered off and he hasn't returned. I simply at my wit's end worrying about him. Gentlemen, I demand that you drop whatever it is you're doing and help me find my boy. She's going on like this for a moment. I walked in. I understand your concern, madam. My friend and I would be glad to lend you my help in your service. What? Why? Why would we help her? No! This the bitch that took my table. She can eat my whole... I ain't searching for shit! I guess I have to search for it. God damn it! Yes, that's exactly what I thought you said. Now go find my boy already. Tell him Mummy's worried about him. Oh, God. It seems the only clues we have is that to go on are the shoe the tyke left behind and his name, Tom. I tried to squeeze more details from this woman, but it's useless. Like she is useless. She just keeps demanding I search the entire train. Baby shoe! This is one of Tom's shoes? It's positively tiny, isn't it? Yes, I find it quite curious myself, Luke. What's strange is that I don't think most children with feet that size can even walk yet. Why is this a mystery? Oh my god. While riding on the military express, Babette's little boy, Tom, managed to disappear. If the shoe he left behind is any indication, Tom must be a very young child. Where could a child that small have wandered off to on his own? Yeah, like, I know babies, like, roam and, like, do whatever the fuck they want to do once you've, like, left them alone for 2 seconds. Somehow they'll end up doing the absolute most. But, gonna say this just for the principle's sake. I don't think what we're looking for is a baby, because there's no way it's a baby, because no baby I know gets away that quickly. Human babies are not that smart. Just gonna throw that out there. They ain't that smart. Nor are they that fast. So I don't know. But here we are looking for this insufferable child. Alrighty. Can we talk to the inspector? Maybe he'll give us more clues. Oh, no, he is puzzled. It is certainly a surprise to see you on board, Inspector. May I ask what brings you here? During the investigation, we stumbled upon the late doctor's diary. It pages details the doctor's final days, which led me to this train. But since the investigation is none of your business, that's all I can tell you, Mr. Layton. Besides, right now, finding that lost child is my top priority. However, since all I have to go on is a shoe and a name, this search will be uphill battle. Luke and I would be glad to offer our assistance in the matter. Oh, I'm sure you would. I heard about you, Layton. You've got quite the reputation for poking your nose into other people's business. But before I let you on my case, show me your famous powers of deduction by solving this puzzle. Oh yeah, if I was in the police academy, I'd rock their fucking socks off, bitch. But sure, give it to me. A woman at a shoe store pays for a pair of $30 shoes with a $50 bill. The clerk doesn't have change, so he goes to the shop next door to break the $50 bill. Then gives the woman her change. A while later, the clerk next door comes into the shoe store complaining that the bill she got from the shoe clerk was counterfeit. The mortified shoe clerk gives the other shopkeeper a 50 of his own in apology. Both the woman with the fake bill and the shoes she took are gone. In total, how much did the shoe store lose in dollars? Let's see here. If you're counting the change, plus the fact that he had to give $50 away, so let's see, he got $30 gone, plus could give the woman a $20 bill. Then the $50 bill he got in his real number negated by the fact he had to return to the shopkeeper. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, okay. He's down 50.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Hey, quick math for you.
Gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
I had so many people who try to come to my shop do this. The shoe customer made off with cost $30, and the change the shoe clerk gave her cost him $20, bringing the shoe clerk's total loss to $50. The shoe clerk received $50 in real money when he swapped the fake bill for the change, but had to return the same 50 when the counterfeit bill was discovered. This means these two transactions ineffectively cancel each other out. It seems your fame isn't entirely undeserved. Nevertheless, this is the case, so I'll be searching for Tom alone. Search on your own if you'd like, but don't get your hopes up. Alright, what do you think Tom might be? I don't think he's here. So I think we need to go backwards. Ugly troll woman, okay. Is there anybody in this room? Nope. There's still nobody in this room. Okay. Let's see. There's nobody in the previous part either. So here we go. Okay, so... Hello. Excuse me, madam. Have you seen a small boy wandering around here? He would be missing a shoe. Well, hello. Welcome back. So, for anyone who did have to take a break and is catching up, right now we are trying to find a lost little boy that belongs to this rich lady whom I don't want to help anyway because she basically took my table when I was trying to fucking eat and I had to wait for her to finish so that I can eat something. But alas, we must be a gentleman and help search for this lost child. All we have is a name and a shoe. No, can't say that I have. I certainly remember if I seen a shoeless little boy. I see. Well, thank you very... Oh, but while you're on the topic of shoes, maybe you can help me out with this little predicament of mine. Ooh, puzzle 18. Love it. So far, as you can see, I haven't missed a single puzzle. Oh, fuck. Here's a maze that made up of shoes. Your task is to travel from start to goal, and you may only travel horizontally or vertically, one space at a time. And you must alternate between left and right shoes every step. Also, you may not pass through any of these walls in the maze. Are you sure this is fucking 20 picker? What the fuck is this? Okay. Okay. How do I... Oh, I have to click it. Oh, I got it. Oh, do that now count? Okay.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Hell yeah!
Huh.
I was actually worried that I wouldn't do that right. Ooh, it said fancy footwork. Well, color me surprised. You've got the noodle under that hat, don't you? Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Thanks, Carla. I meant to sound like a smoker, but I don't know how to do the smoker's voice because I'm absolutely terrible. Okay. Let's see if we can go backwards. Oh man, I am dog food. What's the matter, mister? What? Oh, hey. Okay, so I snuck into my uncle's room and borrowed his camera, right? Thing is, I dropped it. And I've been here trying to find all the pieces for like an hour, but I've only found one. That's quite a predicament. Yeah, and if word gets out about this wreck camera, I'm gonna be a major flunk from my boss, man. Whoa, brain flash incoming. Dig this, I'm gonna give you this busted hunk of junk. You do with it what you want, just get rid of the thing, will you? Okay, catch you on the flip side. What the? Hey, come back here! I now have a camera. Here. Oh, we have to put the parts together. There's 10 of them? Okay. So we only have one part, so we'll come back to that. And then we have another mini game if he wasn't here. This point of the mini game is that we have to make Homeboy have different obstacles so that he can lose weight. Alrighty. Can we talk to him again? I know you're itching to see what's behind this door, but you can't get back page without a pass. What if we just took a really quick peek? No can do, little guy. You need a ticket to do that. I'll tell you what, your pal Sammy Thunder has a puzzle that will take your mind off that door. Check it. Ooh, puzzle 19. An unknown number of people are riding a train. At first, the train station... An unknown number of people are riding a train. At the first station, the train pulls into 1/6 of the people on board and get off. Whoa, hold on. At the first station, the train pulls into 1/6 of the people on board get off. I'm reading that all the way wrong. At the next station, 1/5 of the remaining passengers get off. This pattern continues so that the next station is 1/4 gets off, then 1/3, then 1/2. Then, at the final station, all passengers remaining on the train exit as well. Assuming no one gets on the train during the ride, what is the fewest number of people that could have been riding on the train? Oh my god, it's fractions. Oh, I hate fractions. Oh, okay. Alright, let's see what we can figure this out. So nobody else got on the train, but everyone kept getting off the train. It starts at 6. So this number is dividable by 6. 6, 12, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, okay, just can see. It's 30 people, 1/6 of 30 would be 5. 1/5 of the remaining people, which would be, hold on, it's 30 and 1/5 of people get off. If 1/6 of people get off, that means 5 people got off, thus leaving 25. 1/5 of that, of those people would be 5. Another one would be 5. Another one would be 5. It'll continuously be 5, so it will just end up being 0. So the question is, what is the fewest numbers of people that could have been riding on the train? 6, because it's divisible by 6. In order for that to happen, you'd have to be like 1. Okay. Okay, so it would be 6. My brain hurt!
Let's see if this works. That was almost too easy.
Great work. If you assume the train started with 6 passengers, and the only person would have to get off only one person would have to get off at the station. 6 times tables, ugh. And that's how that one goes. Well, show's over, so move it, will you? If the folks in here finding another passenger hanging out outside the door, I'm gonna get an earful. All right. Well, there's that. Okay, so I don't see any. I don't think I can get in there. Maybe he went towards food? Oh, there's really no one in here. Ooh, something fell between those boxes. I found the hat! It appears to be the cap of some sort, but I don't think I can reach it from here. Maybe the cap belongs to Tom. We certainly shouldn't rule out the possibility. Well, since we're on the subject of caps, have you ever heard this one before? Puzzle after puzzle, it is crazy. 14. Okay. A preschool teacher has had everyone in her class close their eyes. While none of the students were looking, she slipped caps onto their heads and then said, "Okay, everyone, open your eyes and look at the caps all of your friends are wearing. Whoever sees 4 or more people wearing red hats gets a red balloon, and whoever doesn't gets a blue balloon." In a classroom of 10 children, only some of the kids got red balloons. Knowing this, how many kids went home with a red balloon? Okay, so it's 10 kids, and each of them has to look around to each other to see if they got a balloon. Only some of them, so that doesn't mean... Not everybody saw the balloon. Not everybody saw the red hats. So it's definitely... Oh, and then you have to think about, they're not thinking about their own hat, because they can't really see their hat unless they take it off. So they're looking at everybody else's hat. So I'm gonna go with the highest number I can think about. 6.
And now to test my theory. And there we have it.
Woo! Since you know that only some of the children received red balloons, you also know that some children didn't receive them. If 5 or more children were wearing a red hat, every child in the class would get a red balloon. And if 3 or more fewer children were wearing red hats, no one would take a red balloon home. Therefore, 4 children must have had red hats, meaning the 6 children received red balloons. Rats, I was sure I can stump you with this one. Better luck next time, Luke. For now, we better return searching for this little boy. Alright, we better get back to that. Now that you mention it, how do you suppose Tom managed to worm his way into such little spaces? Good question. I am going to save the game here. Mainly because my brain has been doing nothing but puzzle solving for 2 hours and 39 minutes. And we have found so many hint coins and we haven't failed a single puzzle we've ran into, which makes me absolutely dumpy-doopity happy. And in our truck so far, we have 2 items for Tom. So the next time I will play this game won't be... Okay, let's do a good matchup. So it won't be the 27th because I'll be playing Underground Blossom, and should Underground Blossom be a 1-stream game, then I will bring this game back possibly in October. I can't tell you when in October I'll bring it back. It'll probably be a Monday game because I know that my route for Raul is about finished, and I still want to play Tango Tower with Fire, so whenever I can play with her, that'll work out. It'll either be because I also finished Frambeau, and I know that Miss Fortune isn't going to be a long of a game, but we will see this game again, basically. Anyway, I'm just like talking all night. this game will be definitely back in October, for sure. I'll let you know what day they'll bring this back, but I hope you've enjoyed watching me play another version of Professor Layton. And if you definitely want to see more of it sooner than that, please let me know on my Discord or in the comments below in these videos that you're watching. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will catch you on the flip side. Goodbye, satellites. Goodbye, everybody.